Yes, guys, welcome back to the Graft Kings podcast. We are bringing it to you live and direct from yet again another city. We are in the wonderful city of Istanbul, and it is the very end of the Fatherland tour. So, in today's pod, guys, we're going to give you a wrap up of the whole of Morocco, Casablanca, Marrakesh, and of course the wonderful time that we've had here in Istanbul.
Yeah, it only made sense for you to do the intro, considering my guy is now officially a Galatasaray supporter. Unintentionally, I don't know how that happened.
Neither do I.
It's crazy because one of my cousins messaged me going, "What you doing with the Galatasaray supporters? You support Besiktas?" I'm like, "Bro, we're doing it for content. Don't worry. Like, I don't support them."
I'm a Galatasaray.
You're a what?
Fan.
You're a what fan? Galatasaray.
Galileo, let me go.
Galatasaray.
Yeah, Jim Bom Bom.
Jim Bom Bom. I'll start dancing on the tables and that again, bro.
We literally had it off a few days ago with the Galatasaray supporters.
You'll see in the vlog when it comes out.
You will.
Tell them what time it is.
Yeah, I think it's 12:45.
1:45.
AM.
AM, yeah.
We've got a flight
And?
at 4 in the morning.
No, we've got to leave to go to the airport in 3
Yeah,
hours.
leave.
3 hours, we've not even packed, so we've got to leave in 3 hours. There's a good reason behind it.
Yeah,
One,
there's a
obviously, we have to get the pod done. Pod's number one priority. This is how we started the whole brand, was off the pod. And two, we had good reasons for why we was late, because we were seeing family, and that was the wrap-up of the Fatherland tour.
It was indeed.
Yeah,
It was.
What a lovely way to
Do you know
end it
what
as well.
I was just thinking about when I was saying it out loud is, what's beautiful about this tour, I know it's a bit different for you, Mason, but you did spend like 2 weeks with your family, is we spent so much time away in the first part of the year from our families and our loved ones. And then it feels like this little capsule we've just done now where we've gone back to like our roots. I mean, obviously you spent time with your father when you was back in England, and then you went and saw your nan this morning. It's nice how we done both ends in the same kind of like block. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear what
Yeah,
you're
nice
saying.
touch, bro, yeah.
It was nice, man. It was
Very nostalgia, man, coming back here with you lot. It's crazy. Like, Istanbul is, and America, of course, as well, is where we're from, it's where our family's from. Coming back to the places that we've been to when we were kids, seeing that with you boys is crazy to me. And of course, when we was in Morocco, it was at your family home.
Yeah, that was well
And
mad.
it reminded me of the village days of where I used to go when I've done that with my family. So that must have been crazy for you. Like, it's crazy. You can't really describe it, can you?
Do you know what was the craziest part about it is I only reflected on this today when I was sat with your family, with your dad and that. And I said it to Mason because it just hit home. And it never hit home until that moment. Like, it was all well and good, I grew up in that household when I was young, but what's even more mind-blowing is my dad grew up in that house that I took used to in like the 1950s.
That's crazy.
With 9 of his brothers, 3 of his sisters, his parents, who are my grandparents, and then all of the cousins and uncles, whoever had been in that house at the time. That house had so much life in it at one point, like 70 odd years ago. And then you fast forward, he never probably would have thought that his son would have gone with his mates that he does vlogging with on YouTube, on the internet, some crazy world. And we were sitting in this empty, derelict house that was once beaming full of life. I was thinking, my dad was a boy in this house. And now
in them streets, playing in them streets. One of them kids.
And one of them kids, and now we're in it. Like, it was that blew my mind.
You know what's you know when you think about that, what's crazy when you deep it? Like, I've just thought of this just now. Like, that house, what's gone on in there would have been just a distant memory if we hadn't gone there and vlogged it today. Therefore, what we've done is gone on vlog where you've been, where your family has been, and that's going to be on the internet
Forever.
for you to be able to see and explain to your kids.
Yeah, wow.
To what happened in there, so they'll be able to carry that and tell people in the.
That's
Because what
crazy.
we've created is forever and it's there as long as it doesn't get taken down. That is just going to be there for people to see when we leave this earth one day and say, that's what a great granddad did, and imagine what his dad's did.
Yeah.
That's just there.
That's crazy, man.
Like, when you deep it. That's mental, bro.
That's crazy.
Because what do we say? I mean, I don't mean to get all deep, but like when people live in properties and houses, like after a small amount of time after they've passed away, their picture's on a wall, and then that picture gets taken down. Like, do you really know what your dad's dad looked like, or what their name was?
I don't even remember really what my granddad looked like.
Do you know anything? Do you know anything about them? Do you remember them?
I've got a black and white photo of them.
If that. So people become a memory, and memory fades, bro. Like, this is forever. So
It's
what
crazy.
we've created, the fact that we've been able to come back to our homeland with our families, with each other,
Was
this
special.
is
Yeah, it
special.
was a special. Yeah. This might be the most special trip. I think once we get home and look back at the Fatherland tour,
Yeah.
I think we might look back at it and go, that was probably the most special trip we've done today.
I agree, because like I get what we built our brand on is degeneracy. We love going out. We love being around women. We love partying, and of course, we're still going to do that this summer by all means.
We're
not gay.
No, we're not gay. Merc might be.
Might be gay.
Yeah,
Only on days that end in the wire.
Well, the point is, like, it's nice to actually be able to do some wholesome shit as well, and this is beautiful to say the least.
Do you know what's sad though?
What?
This is probably one of the most enjoyable trips, the most wholesome trips, the most.
I feel like I know what you're going to say.
The trip where we got probably the most out of, and yet it won't even bang views.
I knew you was going to say that. No, don't say that. You never know.
You never know. But like based on track records and other stuff that projects that we've done, we know what works and we know what our viewers want to see. And you can see in the spikes, you can see in all the dates that we've got, so we know what they want to see. And this doesn't give them what they want to see. It's just more for us, but also for them as well. But what I'm trying to say is like, it's a shame. This is probably the best trip we've done, and yet it's not going to get the flowers that the other trips do.
However, because our true people that watch us and have done from the start, I think the interaction that we will get on this vlog from comments and engagement, I think will be phenomenal. Because we got it with when we took Alvin out. The comments from
Comment
that.
section. That's probably the heaviest comment section.
Heaviest comment section, but it only banged 17k views.
Yeah, our people will want to see this.
But do you know what's also? There's a cat just running up on the stand.
That's the boy.
Come on then. Come here, little shit. I was gonna say what's nice. Sorry, what you should also think about is that it's the value, what value people get off the back of these videos.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is, like, let's just say hypothetically, it banged half the views of like what our other vlogs do. Someone might watch this and go, wow, like they've actually gone to Istanbul and done something beautiful. I want to do that with my friends or whatever.
or my family or something like that.
It's the way you inspire people off the back of what you do.
100%. Well, that's why we did it. Like, we're not click farming. Like, is it called click farming or view farming?
Same thing.
Yeah, we're not. If we wouldn't have done it, but be careful because it'll pick up audio when you're talking with clicks and maths.
Go on.
We're not. If we was just doing click farming stuff, this trip would have been pretty pointless for us. We actually did it because we wanted to do it and we wanted to show you it. So it just shows we're not just doing stuff to bang views all the time. Obviously that's ideal for the line of work we're in, but we actually wanted to do this for ourselves and to show you a bit of background behind the Graft Kings as well. Because we do have depth. You might see us do all this crazy shit, but we do have actual depth.
Yeah, 100%.
We wouldn't be able to talk about half the subjects we talk about if we didn't have depth.
And experience and all of that type of shit.
So, and I always had a philosophy when I first started YouTube was, if I could inspire one person from off the back of any content I did, then my job here is done.
Yeah, I
feel
agree.
like if we can inspire one person who watches, say it gets 20k views, if one person of the 20k is inspired to go and do something wholesome and do something with their family or go back to see their roots, mission accomplished.
Yeah, I agree.
I was sat there today twice. One when your auntie took us for dinner, and then today when your dad took us for dinner. And I was sat there today looking at, knowing that it's coming to the close of the tour. And I was sitting there looking around at everyone eating and enjoying it and whatnot, and I was like, fucking hell, how fucking blessed and lucky are we to be able to say that we do this for work.
Special, isn't it? Like, this is actually work.
That was I was just sitting there today like, this is insane, man. Like, this is actually insane that how we've created this. Yeah, okay, I know everything isn't smooth sailing, you guys might think it is, but we try to keep it real with you as much as we possibly can. Right? We're not going to just suddenly whack our bank account out and go, right, that's actually how much we do have. But like, this isn't an easy operation, and we're not fucking rolling in money. My God, I wish we were. But the fact that we're still able to somehow, by some hook or cranny, make it work is quite phenomenal.
It's very unique, isn't it?
Yeah, it is phenomenal. Absolutely.
Because in the grand scheme of things, of course, like when things are tough for us, we know like it's tough, it's hard work, but compared to what some people go through, what people like kind of experience, it's not.
Got nothing to worry
tough.
about.
It's a first world problem.
Like, we're going to go sleep tonight by the time we do our suitcase.
We won't sleep tonight.
So I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, let's just say we went to bed by 2 and you're up by another 2 hours. It's not the end of the world.
It's a first world problem.
Yeah, but we get on with it.
You can sleep all day tomorrow if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You ain't got a job to go back to.
You see what I mean? All
What's the
day
job?
tomorrow you can sleep if you really wanted to. You could go home, get into bed and sleep all day and it wouldn't matter.
It's funny how your problems change as your situation changes.
So that's what you're doing, Get on, get into bed.
I probably will have to go to bed tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, 100%.
So I was getting early night.
Are you going to go on a deficit?
What?
A deficit?
We've got 2 weeks till Marbella, right?
Deficit.
And we have been eating.
Wait. What's the deficit?
Oh, deficit is go on, mate.
Was it?
We'll see in 2 weeks' time.
No, a deficit is when your calorie intake.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So just give me a bit more
Remember we used to
context.
call
That's
it
what you
our
need to know.
deficit?
I used to call
Because I was in a deficit for the whole of last year. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, anyway, we've got 2 weeks from Marbella. We've been eating pretty much what we want. We've barely gymmed for like 2.5 euro a month.
Yeah, cool.
And yeah, we're up against it. So basically,
Yeah, but that's good. We've got pressure on us. We're always known as the guys that are normally in shape in these environments, and this year we're going, ugh. And we're now going back to our what we do best, and we're probably not going to be in the best nick as we was compared to previous years, for good reasons, of course.
I'm still going shredded, mate.
I'm going shredded. Don't worry about me, bro.
Don't worry about me, bro.
compromise my mental health in these next 2 weeks to get into shape.
like doing what, man?
Huh?
Like how?
Just not eat.
I'm gonna bruv, you best believe I'm banging 3-day fasts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bringing back the water fast 3 days.
3 days.
I'm gonna do 2 3-dayers.
Well, as soon as you get back.
Not as soon as I get back.
That's insane.
Meeting someone.
Yeah.
Meet a man about a dog.
Who are you meeting?
Just a man about a dog.
It's a good thing.
Tell you what.
Don't worry about me, bro.
No, I'm not worried about you.
Highlight of this tour, boys. What's been the highlight for you, boys? I know mine, so.
I think I know mine.
I know mine.
Go on.
I don't think mine's a certain thing. I think what me and you were speaking about earlier, it was the way that we've just dipped in and out of other people's realities. Like we dip into Morocco, someone's reality's there, then you're like dip back out of it, then you're in Turkey and you're like living someone else's reality, then we'll dip back home to England and then you're back in your own reality. And you just dip in and out of reality, it's fucked. You're just going into people's lives and coming out of it and go back into someone else's coming out of it.
Like 4 days ago we was in Africa and now we're in Asia/Europe.
Yeah, it's crazy when you deep it.
Completely different culture.
Yeah.
Different people.
Different people,
different
environment, different language.
The reason why I said Asia/Europe is Turkey's split into Asia and Europe. Most people don't know that, but
Istanbul
it
is.
Istanbul is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
It shows how accessible the world actually is. If you've got money.
Money changes everything.
Yeah, if you've got money, the world is fucking accessible. Like, you can be anywhere, pretty much anywhere.
But this was the goal.
Yeah.
This was the goal. A year and a half ago, we discussed it when we were speaking about GKTV. The plan was just to dip in and out of each other countries and just do content. And we're now living the goal. We didn't realise what the stress would come with that goal.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we had a really, really good long conversation on the way to Ozzy's dad's today. And
It's like a podcast.
I said to you in the car, I said, I wish we'd had cameras set up in this car because that was for like an hour with no phones, everyone just sat and spoke about everything.
Should do that more often.
It was fantastic, yeah, it was really good.
Get to know each other.
It still doesn't feel real, you know that? You're still getting to know each other.
Nice to meet you,
It
mate.
still doesn't feel real. I'm still feel like I'm almost waiting someone to go, that's it, mate, it's all over. Pack your
It's
bags
because it's
up.
so hectic.
What our life?
Our
what we live
lives,
here.
yeah.
You're right, it doesn't feel real.
It doesn't feel real. Like, to think that a few months ago we was living in Bali, scooting around on peds at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Then Singapore.
Then Singapore, then
Then
Australia.
Australia.
That was fucked.
I keep forgetting we went to Australia.
Same.
You know,
Like-
that part of my brain's blanked
Like,
out.
we've been home for 2 weeks and we've just done another 12 days away and now we're going home again. It's like,
And then we're going away again.
I'm like, what's going on? I mean, hang on. I feel like it's kind of slipping through fingers kind of thing.
Do you feel like it's what you thought would be, the whole travelling and moving, like dipping in and out thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal.
Put in like certain stresses that we know aside. Like obviously everything comes with stress. As you grow, your problems get bigger. But is it what you expected it to be?
Yeah, I think it's better.
I think the feeling's better than what I expected it, but I didn't think it would be so much of a financial burden.
Yeah,
I think this trip slowed it down a bit, which was nice. I think this trip brought reality back because I think this is the first trip we've done where we've only drank twice. And the rest of it has like been proper fun stuff, like go and see the cities, see the culture, eating the food, seeing families, like actually really seeing the country. Like Australia, we didn't do that. Do you know what I mean? Bali, we did, because we were there for such a long time.
Australia made me appreciate Europe.
Like, I don't know, this trip slowed it down a little bit and it was like, okay, cool. This is
in a good way though.
In a good way, and this is what life's about. Life is about just being able to go, and which we preach to you guys all the time, right? Go and see other cities, go and meet new cultures, try new foods, introduce yourself to new people, take yourself out of your comfort zone, go and see your family, like go and see friends. It's like make connections. That is just generally what life's about, and I feel like this trip has really, really done that for us.
And hopefully as well, like when we put out the vlogs, people actually look at these types of places and know that it's beautiful and you can go to with your friends too. Like everyone's kind of caught up in the whole. Again, like we love Marbella, we love Ibiza, but there's so much to life apart from just these places. And we go to them and we experience them, and hopefully we can showcase that kind of what it's about, because I think it's important to people to be able to break a cycle and go, you know, I want to try this place, even if it's not that popular, because you might be pleasantly surprised. And from a financial perspective, you're probably likely to spend less because it's not that much. Not that it's not a popular place to go, but it's not the typical IB for the Marbella,
Yeah.
which you're going to spend an arm and a leg for.
And you don't really get much from it.
Yeah.
Like,
remember
do you
fuck
actually
all.
remember it? Like,
Yeah.
Even them places, I feel like if it weren't for what we're doing and we know the content there's good and we know it's a good time, I probably wouldn't go as like frequently.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'd try
I'd slow
different
down a
places.
bit.
Like,
I'd slow
I
down.
wouldn't go as often.
Yeah, but the good thing about us is we can never, and no one can ever say, "Oh, all you do is just go to these places."
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
We
we
do there, man. We do everything else.
We
as
go
well.
there in places because we know we have a good time.
Yeah, but we also do other shit.
Yes, right, yeah.
I'd hate to be labelled as the people that just go to IB for my bail, because we do that,
Yeah.
but we also travel around the world as well.
Absolutely.
someone said to me, someone stopped me in front of in Stratford when you're the IB for guys, and I thought, yeah, we are the IB for guys. But
sake.
that's not the only place we go to, mate.
Like in my head next year, it's like if we didn't go, I don't plan. In my head, I'm not like I can't wait to go to IB for thingy next year. Like next year, it's like we know where we want to go next year. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, it's always cool to dip in and out to these types of places, but
Don't know how we keep making it work.
I don't know, mate.
We're gambling all the time. We are literally gambling every day.
You two didn't give you highlights, by the way. Merck did. You two didn't give it.
I think mine was just like dipping into Istanbul only because again it's flashbacks of like going through that airport when I was a kid. It's going to these places that I've been to as a child, and it's like I'm here with my friends, some pricks that I've known 2 years, or two and a half years, how long it's been. So for me, I think there was just moments in time in Istanbul, like to myself, I was deep within thoughts going, I just cannot believe I'm here with you. Like, even going today to meet my dad, I don't know what it was.
It's unnecessary, that.
No.
But I don't know what it was, but when we was in the car going on the way there, I was just quite emotional inside going, I'm actually about to take these boys to see my dad, and considering obviously my dad didn't really understand all of this, and then it was exactly how I thought it'd be when he met you guys, how hospitable he was, just trying to speak with his so little English and just trying to get involved, giving you your test bit. I just knew that's how it was gonna be. So I'm glad that you guys got to experience that as well.
It was beautiful, man.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It was a lovely day. Mine was just a surreal moment of taking you back to my grandparents' house. My dad grew up. And then having all the kids in the street. And that whole experience will be probably engraved in my brain until I die now.
Was you emotional when we was there?
Yeah, very.
I could see it. I could see it. Yeah, I could see it.
I was very emotional.
No, I don't know what it was, but when we was kind of going through and was upstairs, I was looking at it going, I ain't gonna call him out.
Yeah, I was very
emotional. And when we was in the main room, I was like, he's a little bit
when
emotional.
we were sat in the living room, you was looking at
It was because the last time I was in that house, I was literally a little boy. I wasn't even a teenager. I was literally a little boy, and I remember how much life was in that house, and it just made me upset that nearly everyone's gone. My dad's an old man, and this house is still here with no life in it. But I'm here with the people that I'm doing my career with and growing my life with. That was what brought the emotion. It was It was a mindful of emotions.
Yeah.
Because it was just it was like told me how finite life is as well. Because I was thinking, this house was a centre hub for so many different human beings, and now it's a shell.
It's crazy.
But yet all the furniture's still there,
As
I remember
it was.
as I was a kid. And there was pictures of all my grandparents and my uncles and my aunties up on the wall, and I'm like, this was literally a being life, and now it's just a shell. And it made me, another reason why it made me sad is because I see my house where my parents live as like all my boys go there, my parents live there, and my house was a centre point for everyone to meet before nights out and shit like that. And I just think that's going to eventually happen to my house as well. It's just sad, isn't it?
Yeah, when you say it out loud,
It's really, really sad.
Yeah.
It's life.
It is,
life.
but then there's two ways of looking at situations like that, which I always do, and you can either take the negative from that, or you can take the positive from that, because that taught me, well, not just that taught me, but it made me realise also life is so finite, and all these big problems that you compound in your mind that you think are really big problems are actually really irrelevant in the grand scheme of things of life. You could be dead tomorrow, and it made me appreciate what we do even more, because people would give their right arm to do what we do.
100%.
And our problems that we talk about amongst ourselves, yes, they are problems, but I'd rather have these problems every day of the week than most of the problems people have in life.
Amen.
I agree with that.
Oh, no,
100%,
100,000,000%, bro. 100,000,000%, bro. Like you said, in the grand scheme of things, like, it's not
we
that
can't
bad.
complain. I know. Well,
We don't.
You have the right to complain, but in the same breath, like, bruv, we're fucking best mates. We're all in like good health, thank God. Traveling around the world together, encapsulating our memories together, whilst having a good time and sharing it with loved ones and shit. Like,
It's fucked, isn't it?
if you had
Dream
to
life, innit?
Yeah, if you had to describe that to my 18-year-old self, or even younger,
You wouldn't believe
I'd
it.
gave my fucking right arm to do what I'm doing right now.
It's so great. Someone messaged me and they were like, it was an old friend of mine I was catching up, and she was basically like, you've maxed out life. She was like, all of you lads are in good shape. You make money online. You travel the world. You've got family. You've got friendship. You're always around good women. She was like, what other pillars of life have you not maxed out? And I was like, deep in it, and I was like, pretty right.
I mean, let's be very, very honest here.
Put it like that.
If we were all clear or in a financial position to...
Which we're not.
Which we're not.
Yeah.
So if we were in that position to be able to say, right, we're clear, like we've done what we need to, our pocket is full, what else do you need right now?
I think nothing would even change.
Nothing would change.
Nothing would change apart from the fact of knowing you've got your peers around you, you've got family around you, and nothing is inaccessible to do what you want to do. Apart from that, this relationship won't change.
No, we'd still share beds and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. No way, bro. No way. That would change.
There's only one time I like sharing a bed with Yo, and that's it. When we play Pass the Parcel.
So you had to take it there. Wholesome moment.
Listen, I'm just saying, innit?
I
But
agree.
like, what would change? Nothing.
nothing.
Some things would be a bit more comfortable. That's
Apart from that, like I do actually think that we need to remember that more often, and I'm glad we've done this trip because it's put that thought process into perspective. Because I feel like we did slow down at some point. We're not fucking slowing down for anybody, by the way.
And by the way, not to break.
What you did?
Well, I'm sorry, but you made me spark a thought.
Go on.
If you haven't seen content from us from a while, it's because perfection takes time, and we're not your average YouTuber just put shit out on the fucking internet. The reason why all of our vlogs slap is because we take our time with them, and it's unfortunate that the edit process of the Australia vlog happened when we are out here travelling about. So just wanted to clear that up. We're not fucking slowing down for anyone. This summer's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So carry on.
I forgot where I was.
You're in Istanbul.
Huh?
Huh?
What was I actually talking about?
I don't know.
Slowing down.
Yeah. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, we're not slowing down.
I see a quote.
Fraser's gone.
I see a quote, and it was like, if you see us doing less, we're actually doing more, or something like that.
I swear
I like that. I know exactly what you mean.
I
Though.
posted something like
We
that.
might have done, or it was something like, if you see us less, it means we're doing more.
Yeah, behind the
spot on,
scenes.
yeah.
If you didn't know the stress it's causing us behind the scenes as well, honestly, it's fucking... Oh, mate.
Stupid,
It is a
man.
mental operation. No, I was saying, like, I think we need to remember where we are and what we've done and what we're doing.
Oh, I always do,
what-
but it's just
what-
very
what-
hard, isn't it, sometimes?
Do
Like,
you
your
know-
emotions get involved.
Do you know what it is? Like, we're allowed to want more, and that's all it is. We want more from what we're doing. We want more with the people that we work with. We believe we deserve more than some of the shit relationships we've had with people throughout our journey up until this point.
for real.
So we're allowed to do that. It doesn't mean that we don't appreciate what we've done and what we're doing and which way we're going. I think we just need to remember what we're doing, who we are, but at the same time, we're fucking allowed to want more. We're allowed to, mate. So there's nothing wrong with us like complaining about that, but we're not ungrateful for it.
No, yeah.
You know, like we
100%.
never sit there and go, oh, I need to get up and do some
Good shot.
That was a great shot.
Fair play. We don't moan and go, I need to go do some content today, oh, this is long, and then it's like moaning.
Well, look at us now. It's now 1:10 in the morning.
And we know we're not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
We know we're not going
You
to
need
sleep.
some
I
sleep.
probably
Mate.
will.
We're all look like shit tomorrow.
Probably have a little kick.
Oh,
Mason,
yeah.
he does 24/7.
Can't do
Are you turning ginger?
Yeah, KSL put ginger fibres in your head. I'd ask for a refund. KSL done you dirty. They weren't your fucking grafts they put in.
Lollipop hair.
Lolly. But yeah, it's been this trip. I think we needed this trip because we had a very mad beginning of the year. We're about to go and have a very mad summer, and so to have this right in the middle of it before we now set off to Marbella and Ibiza and everything else, it was perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, it was lovely, man.
this trip was really perfect. Like now you come to the end of it, looking back, I'm like, yeah, wow, this has been special.
I
man.
can't wait to put out the vlog, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to do well.
I feel like they are as well. I'm just excited to put it out just to see what it's like, though.
I think it'd be fantastic.
The thumbnail has to
and do you know what? Shout out to Jacob, man.
Yeah.
Big love to Jacob. There he is. Oh,
Shout out to Jay.
Do you know what? Fair play. We might as well just mention why Jacob's here.
100%. So,
Jacob, come here.
yeah, come here.
Come
Jay.
and stand in the middle of us.
So, beginning of this year, the two next things that we needed, we said we
No, come round here, you donut.
we needed a clipper. This is our main man, Jay. Jay is obviously a right side boy as well. And the two things we needed was a clipper and we needed a cameraman. And long story short, Jay came to our villa one night, was sat chilling with us in Bali, having a drink and whatnot. It was late at night. And he put it forward to us to say that he wanted to do editing for us. We didn't need an editor at the time, but we said we do need a cameraman. Conversations led on behind the scenes. He was like, tell you what, we love Jay. Let's actually put it to the test, right? And let's see how well he does. So like, listen, we're going Morocco and Turkey. Would you be game? He was like, yes, fucking count me in for anything and everything, boys. This kid, first time ever picking up a camera, has been 100% dedicated to everything that we've needed him to do. He's always up. He never moans, never groans, always on job. Fucked up a little bit, but I was just waiting for this guy to say something. He fucked up a couple of times.
He fucked up on no fault of his own.
Yeah,
No
that's
fault
right.
of his own, yeah.
No fault of his own. And the dedication from this kid, and from where the mindset and stuff, he'll tell you himself that he was in 6-7 months ago to where he is now, from following us on YouTube to joining the right side, coming to the meetups, then making himself come to Bali and putting himself forward to ask the question that he wants to come and work for the brand in some form or capacity, to now being here with us as our cameraman on probably, as we've said, the most wholesome and one of the best trips we've ever done, is a testament to you, bro. So we're massively fucking proud of you, mate.
Yeah, appreciate you being there, man.
Yeah, man. It was
Massive
good.
appreciation as well. And look, as Mason's already said it, but 6 months ago, obviously, my life was completely different to it is now, to what it is now. So if there's anyone out there who wants to change their life and is looking for a way to do so, the right side is the best way to do it. It's changed my life, and I'm sure it can change yours too, boys. So just, if you're thinking about doing it, just do it, because it's worth it.
Love, brother.
Brilliant,
How long
brother.
have you been in the right side?
We didn't pay him to say that, by the way.
This is all off the back. I've been in the right side for 4 months, I think. So, yeah. Since the start of the year, when I went out to Bali and met these boys, my life's done a complete 180. So, yeah, and it's massive love. I love all the boys. They've done so much for me. And, yeah, it's been a great trip, as you boys probably already know. So,
We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, well in, Jay. Well in, brother.
Come on, boy.
Well in.
And he's up with us as well.
Brilliant,
He can
my
go
boy.
to bed. He can go to bed and sleep. He's
Roy's
up with
over
us.
there tuffing.
He's over there in the turf.
Go have another one. That was good.
Another thing as well, though.
We'll pay you later, bro.
We get a lot of people mess us saying, "Oh, can I work for you? Can I do this for you? I really want to get involved in the brand." And I'll be honest, like me personally, if I don't know you, I will not have you around me. And I think the right side's a great kind of opportunity to get yourself in there, because we do meetups, we do weekly calls, and if you really want to get to know us and you really want to potentially work with us or do something with the brand, the only way to kind of do that, unless we already know you previously, or unless we've got so much kind of backup information where we can trust the people that you've got as a
sources,
reference, that is the only way. That's the only way you'll actually get close to us, because there's a lot of people that try and penetrate our circle, and we literally do not let anyone fucking in. So if you've not already joined the right side, that is a reason to join.
Facts, and rightfully so,
spot
bro. Like, people will
on.
try to break down what you build, and it's not we're saying we've got horrible people that are reaching out to us. It's just we don't know anyone. We don't know you, and that is literally, like you said, you couldn't put it better yourself.
So Jake come to a meet up with us, and then that night we were like, we could hang around with this guy.
Yeah.
So that's how easy that transition
He wasn't even
was.
in the right side when we first met.
Yeah, I
him.
know.
Yeah, you came with Kian.
Yeah, when we done the event for the when we done the
Muscle
Winter
Heart.
Arc,
Yeah, Muscle Heart, yeah.
like, he came through.
Oh yeah, then he come to the second event at Jimbo.
Yeah, that was it.
And then
that?
Bali.
He came back to the afters with us.
Oh, yeah, coming to after.
That's when we knew.
Yeah, that's what we know.
He's a soldier.
He's soldier. He can chill with us.
He can handle it.
I think he outlasted most of us,
I
didn't
looked
he?
to my left, fucked up, and I was like, this fucking geezer keeping up with me, mate.
That was good. Speaking of that as well, I think it was lovely the fact of like, people on our trip. I think it was really lovely that your brother and Mark came with us as well.
Yeah.
100%.
That was really nice.
Well, I've known Mark since I was a child. Mark's been to that family home more than I have, probably.
That's
Mark's
crazy.
been
Yeah,
Mark's been there
facts.
more than I. I've only been there.
He's a funny cunt, isn't he?
Yeah, he's funny, isn't he?
He's just like
So loose, isn't he?
So is it dry sense? of
Very
humour?
dry.
It's just
witty.
So
just,
dry.
just everything he says, I'm just like, he's about to take the piss again.
Even
He's
when he went on
funny.
toast in the last night, I thought it was a joke. He
So
went a joke.
funny.
I was like, oh shit, being serious.
Bro's lovely, but it looks like he could fight that. You know that 100 versus 100
Yeah,
man versus
yeah,
gorilla?
yeah.
He'll be the geezer to kill the gorilla. He'll choke that gorilla out, mate. I'm not gonna lie though, I've got a lot of time for your brother. Like,
Yeah,
obviously I know him for you, of course, but I know Mason hangs around with him a lot and I can see why he does.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not blowing smoke up anyone's arse, but he's a very insightful, nice person, brother. And I think he genuinely wants us to go very, very
Yeah,
far.
he does,
So
yeah.
again, not being patronising, but I think you're very lucky to have an older
I
brother
am.
that has your back like that.
Yeah,
for real.
I was messaging him and I was like, do you know what? It reminds me of me and my little brother and how I'm trying to be there for him.
Yeah, of course.
So I think like we're very fucking lucky.
I agree.
You're lucky to have him and he's lucky. We're all lucky to have each other.
Yeah, for real.
But like obviously the roles are just reversed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just got a lot of time for him. He's a very, very
Wasn't
nice
he the
man.
one that said, it was like, boys, don't ever let anyone penetrate your circle. Don't ever let anyone in that's an outsider. Like, just don't do it.
And he's right.
Yeah, he's right. He's seen it happen, that's why.
And it's good because you need people like that along the way to kind of pull you back down, back to reality a little bit and give you a rain check to say like, I don't think you should do that or this works. Because taking advice of people, even if they have the right intentions, still could be a detriment to what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important. Like even if you let someone close enough to give you that, to take that advice, that it is the right advice. And you never know till you do it. But I don't know. Like he's someone that I believe that I could see next to the brand, a part of the brand, to be able to consult in and say, do you think this is a good idea?
Do we trust him?
And I think you get a very straight up answer.
He won't ever bullshit you.
Well, he's already kind of integrated anyway.
Yeah, he's already doing stuff for the brand.
Yeah, he's been on a pod. Was it one or two?
Yeah,
He's been on 2 pods.
With you lot in Dubai.
Dubai as well.
He filled in
Yeah.
Dubai, didn't he?
Ben Williams.
Then
Kaka pod. Yeah.
So people already kind of know if they're true OG fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go left right now. I'm going to go really left on this fucking pod. Speaking about people trying to penetrate, well, I'll tell you what's fucking mad while we're away a lot, is the amount of girls that always ask, will you fly me out? Can you fly, where are you at the minute? It looks lovely.
No.
Would you fly me out? And I'm like,
You're
bro,
right.
you don't even know me, mate. And like, you're asking to get flown out to halfway across the world or in Europe or whatever to come and stay with 4, 5, 6 man, however many there are, in a hotel room, someone you don't even know, mate. I think that is fucking mental, bruv. And that, like, modern day, what they call dating, to me, is
Modern day prostitution.
shot. It is, bruv.
Modern day prostitution.
What is modern day prostitution?
It is. It is.
Can't even fly myself home.
We actually had that dilemma, didn't we?
There was a time where we were like,
No, well, it was fucking from Australia,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Oh.
It was $4,000 to get home, and then our luggage cost us $4,000 to get home as well. And we was like,
financial suicide,
fuck, are we going to do this? Do you remember we all sat around the table? So I know we'll talk about the modern day prostitution in a second, but do you remember the day before we had to fly home from Sydney? We was all
Yes.
sat around the table. I was on the phone to Thai Airways, and I sat there and went,
I was sat on the end there and you were sat
it was
there.
$3,200 just to get the luggage home, and we all just sat there and went, what the fuck are we going to do?
that was the first time none of us had a solution.
We normally have a solution. At this
everyone
point,
was like,
There's nothing we can do.
we found the solution
We've
in the
literally
end.
nothing we can do, boys. We're like, it all just went silent.
yeah, we still got shunted. But
we still got shunted,
but not
Yeah.
as
Not
much
as
as we
much,
thought.
yeah.
That's mental, by the way they were trying to shunt us, as we say. Crazy work.
It's back to you saying, sorry to go.
No, I'm just saying, it's just
modern day prostitution.
from the amount of flying about that we've done over the last 4 or 5 months, and like the different people that we've met, the different girls that we've met in Bali and Australia, and all the different cities that we've been to and whatnot, and they say, oh, can you fly me from Bali to Oz, or fly me from Oz to Australia to Bali, and all this. I'm like, these girls are so fucking brazen, mate. Like, they're willing to come and stay in a villa with guys they don't know because they want to get flown out and whatever. I think that's absolutely mental.
So these,
And by the way, no, we've never done it, and we never would.
and we wouldn't.
And just to clear up, in case you ever look at the vlogs, you see like Alexis Reed or you see Maddie.
They're pals. Yeah.
They're pals, and then we met Alexis for content. She didn't stay with us, she had her own gaff. And then in the end, when we was leaving one night, I think we gave her a room just before we flew home. That's a different story. And we was working with her, we've done loads of videos of her. And she was
Maddie's one of us.
We don't fly anyone out specifically for anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
If someone comes out their own will with their friends and they're there and we see them,
yeah.
that's completely different. But I think it's very brazen for women, especially when they don't know you, to turn around and say, well, fly me out. Like, what do you think I am? Like, what are you used to? What type of men are you used to even think that is a question for me to do that? I mean,
you know what would be a great video idea of us saying yes to one and booking fake tickets?
so out of order.
That's harsh.
That only, first of all, we'd get crucified.
Yeah.
Because then you're putting a girl's life in danger. You made that poor girl go to the airport.
you compromise her safety, bro.
You compromise her
Like I did, apparently.
safety, and it's too much. It's too much. You know, I'd only do it if someone was in the airport filming her.
Yeah, you'd have to set up like
fine.
a proper operation.
No, it's not worth doing.
No,
We'd get
fuck
too much
that.
backlash off it. It'd be funny, but we'd get killed for it.
I think it's a good point what I just said there, though, man. Like, what type of guys are they talking to have that level of expectation from a man?
I know the answer.
Go on.
Guys that only see value as their personality trait. See money as their personality trait.
Yeah, I agree.
So men that only have money as their personality trait, so they don't know how to chat to a girl, they don't know their true values, that's why they use their money as their value, and they don't really have much else to offer to have on the table, so they use that as the way to buy these women into their life.
Fucked.
So, is it fucked though? Because no, I don't agree with it. It's not something I would do. But everything's transactional. Everything is supply and demand. If there's a demand there, then obviously, and you're the man with the money, and this is your way to obtain these women, you would take advantage of that too.
But we know guys that have done that, and the girls have
Don't put it out.
Don't put it out. They still haven't slept them. They've literally just thrown them out, and they make every excuse under the sun while they're in bed and yada yada.
Do you think that's a good thing?
What?
Well, I think.
She's taking him for a mug.
No, so she's.
Has it been because that she might actually be a good person? These two people speak, and he's gone like, "Oh fuck it, I'll fly you out."
So it depends on like the conversation that's had. Everything's about managing expectation, right?
Yeah.
So does she know why she's being flown out, and has he made it clear that that is why she's being flown out? Because if you're just inviting a woman to a certain country or wherever you may be, and you're saying, "I pay for your flights," yes, that's what you want as a man, but have you made it clear enough? Because a woman's not obliged to sleep with you, regardless. That's on you. It's not on her. Like at the same time, like yes, these women might be doing all of this stuff, but I think you got to look at the root of the problem. Who's the ones investing into it? It's men. It's men. So it's like when we talk about the whole OF game, like it's men that are paying for it, so women are doing it. So men are the problem.
Supply and demand.
Exactly. So we can't sit here and say it's just a woman problem. It's on the both sides of the spectrum. But going back to it, like. If you're not making it clear to why that woman is coming out, that she don't have to sleep with you. She's not obligated.
Agree. Yeah,
but
of course.
At the same time, women know it's a very, very expensive commodity that they have, which is sex. So they use that to get what they want. And that's what some of them do. They'll pull the wool in front of your eyes. Maybe even some of them go to the extent by putting themselves in the danger to pretend like they're going to sleep with you, to go to these environments and still not put out. I think that's crazy.
Mad.
If it's transactional, do your thing. Don't really care.
Yeah.
But if you're pulling the wool in front of if you're pulling the wool in front of each other's eyes and they're trying to play that game of using that to get what they want, I think that's crazy.
Crazy. Fucking crazy, mate.
I always think about this because a lot of boys that probably watch us are probably quite younger and they probably have this, I wouldn't say everyone, but there's probably a percentage of guys that watch this and go, oh, I hate OF girls, or OF girls this, OF girls that. You can have all your opinions all you want, but you've got to remember the whole reason that OF girls even have a career is because of men.
Yeah, spot on.
Like, the men are the people subscribing, the men are the ones giving them pictures, attention, giving them money. So if you have a problem with anyone, it should actually be the men subscribing to these OF accounts, not the women itself. The women are capitalising on something that men are willing to pay for.
If it was the other way around, so would men.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, so would men.
I was told once there's three things that humans would always pay for: haircut, food and drink, and sex.
I think haircuts subject down to...
No. People will always pay to get their haircut. Everyone always has to look smart. Three things that will never die. No one's ever just going to let their hair grow forever.
If I was Skipper, I'd just shave my hair off.
What?
Why you got yours done then?
I was waiting. He needs a lot more than that, Mush.
Get it over.
What's the word I'm looking for? Subjection?
Circumference.
Shut up.
Fuck's sake.
Circumference.
Well, but what I was basically trying to say is I agree with the sex and food and water and stuff, but haircuts, that's ridiculous.
No, I do see the logic. I think.
People always pay to get their haircut.
Oh, look at the amount of barbers there are.
Yeah, if I was... They're cleaning money, mate.
Yeah.
They're
It
cleaning
still
money.
exists. There's people still in there getting their
There's
haircut.
money to be cleaned.
They got money to be cleaned, yeah. Fair play to you lot.
Fair play. Up the Turks.
I mean, it's like
Turks.
if you think about it though, like if we're talking about prostitution, before it's a woman will go sleep with a man, he hands over the money, and then she'll go do all of these things and have a lavish lifestyle. Nowadays, women will sleep with a man to be able to experience those types of things. All she needs to do is fly out to these places to be with his men, and they get that anyway, just not through actual transactional money.
Oh yeah, the transaction's changed.
So to some women, they might look at that and say, they might turn a blind eye to that and say, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just going to enjoy myself, having fun, sleeping with them. I'm still getting to live this lifestyle. But would you say it's the same thing?
You're a brass.
Well, the only reason these women are able to do that is because of the way they look. It's not because of their personality, is it?
That's a shame as well, then, because you know you're a very beautiful woman, and if you feel like that's the only way you can go to these environments, and I think you've lost yourself. You lost a part of yourself, and I think deep down they know that.
I don't think it's a them problem, though. I think it's a societal problem.
It is a societal problem, but
the only reason why these women are subject to do these things is because of the environment, the ecosystem's been created by men.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the women are still capitalising on it.
Of course they would, but wouldn't you? It's a business move, isn't it? If you could buy in a Bitcoin when it was cheap, you'd buy it when it's cheap, right? It's a business move. You capitalise on the market giving you money back.
But at what
These
cost?
women know that they look pretty, they get loads of likes, and they know that men will fly them to exotic locations so they can take bikini pics.
Okay.
So they're going to capitalise on it. You can't hate on them for doing that.
Yeah, but then at what cost? Because yes, they can do all of that
I'm
shit.
not saying I support the idea.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying it out loud. Like, at what cost? So you can go do all of that stuff, but when is enough enough? Because the problem is, you keep doing that, you're desensitizing yourself to what an actual relationship is, to what type of people you should actually experience these types of places with. Therefore, when you actually might find something serious, you can't see it because you're so desensitized. Then you become 30 or 40 years old, you're all alone, you've had all of these life experiences with fuck all, no kids, no family, no memories, you're by yourself, just a used up fucking wash bag, and that's it, you're left on the shelf. Then what?
He's right.
What is the real purpose and meaning? Like, I appreciate, we all want to do beautiful, lovely things and go to these places. We've managed to do that in a very, different way. In a unique way, right? We've managed to do that. That's because we work to what we do, right? I'm not saying don't go to these places and have fun, do that, but what's actually really important? Is it worth costing you your principles and morals to do these types of things? If it is, do it. But I think later down the line, they all wake up and go, I shouldn't have fucking done that.
But this is the point where we had this conversation in the taxi down to your dad's house. We said everything you do in life, everything has a cost attached to it. Everything has a cost attached to it, everything. But some people, and you can understand why, people are very short-term thinkers. The whole world right now has got brain rot. They just do this and their attention span's short, they don't think long-term, everything's quick. Everyone wants to get rich quick, everyone wants to get in shape quick. Everyone wants everything quick, no one thinks long-term.
Dopamine.
Exactly, so these women don't probably think long-term. They think for the here and now, what it's going to gain from it, and they don't see what the cost is attached to it later on down the line. They're living in the moment, they're not future investing in themselves. So what you're saying, remember when I done the Western girl reel and it blew up? And what I said, and I'll say it again, I'm not going to back down from what I said, is I want a girl that I can show the world to, not someone that's been desensitized and seen the whole world already. Now that may seem like a very misogynistic point of view or a controlling point of view. You can have your opinion, that's fine. But my point is backed by what you just said. I want to experience these life experiences with my woman, the woman I want to share the rest of my life with. But if she's being flown out by every other fucking rich guy on the planet, then why the hell do I want to have this woman in my life anymore?
Yeah,
but the problem is, and I'm not saying you're not entitled to what you're saying, but the grey area is, bro, is you being the type of man you are, you're looking for a certain caliber of woman.
Of course.
You attract a good-looking woman that is going to be of a certain age, in her early 20s or whatever. At that point, don't you think they're too far gone anyway? Maybe in the Western world anyway.
But there is gems out there.
There are gems, but...
I mean, too far gone. When you say too far gone,
when I say too far gone is they've already experienced, about 18 to 20, some of them have experienced
I see
so
what you
many
mean.
different types of places.
I don't think it's the experience necessarily. I don't mind the woman that's travelled. It's more the way that they've got to that point. Like if it's been just spoon-fed to her, and I don't care if her dad's done it. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But if it's kind of been bought by the expense of just her leading men on, or just men just taking her for a ride, that's the issue.
At a very young age, bro, you're so impressionable at that age. So you knowing that you could get what you want at that age, at 18 to 20, you're able to get whatever you want, however you want, without working for it because you're so beautiful. Do you know how damaging that is?
Yeah, but again, no one looks at the long term.
But everyone should look at the long term, and I'm not disregarding women, but as a man, I have to think long term.
You do.
I have to think long term.
Yeah, you do. They don't.
No fucker is coming to save you, me, him, Mehmet, uncle, whoever. No one's coming to save you. You're not. As a man, you have to think about the future. But these women that think short term, what do you think? Someone's just going to come and save you and take you out of that lifestyle and put a ring on your finger?
As long as they're pretty, yes.
Absolutely not, though. But some prick will. Yeah. But then that marriage will end in tatters, in my opinion.
But again, they don't think long term. It goes back to our marriage fucking...
No one's coming to save you, bruv. As a woman either.
No, I disagree with the woman part.
What you mean?
The woman will always get saved
eventually.
But
at what cost?
Oh, yeah, but the cost is great, great, but they always have a backup.
Yeah, of course, but at what cost? She'll be unhappy, she won't be fulfilled, and she'll probably have a very miserable life with someone that she doesn't really want to be with eventually down the line.
Correct. And I think you're thinking of a certain bracket of women that get saved. If she's so fucking beautiful at some point, yeah, she might do, but bro, there's some women that do what they do and they come to their 30s and panic and go, fuck, I'm actually 30s and I want a kid and I actually do want a life. That lifestyle, what do I do? Okay, next geezer I meet, you know what that'll do? Settle, and then what happens? They'll have their kid and do what they need to, and within 5 to 10 years, finished.
All over, yeah.
Broken up, single mother, that kid's the one that's going to suffer because you wasn't able to think of something long term enough.
Made good life choices, yeah.
I don't think we're going to speak about it as much as we want on podcasts. I don't think it's going to change the generation.
I don't think it will either. Like, I don't
It's
think
sad.
I don't think it's going to get. But this is a very like niche, select few women. Not every good-looking, attractive woman will say yes. I've known women and I've seen their DMs where they've been trying to be thrown out and they're like, fuck that.
Oh, we're not penalising every woman. We're just talking about we're just talking about experience on our end.
Yeah. And like only a certain bracket. We're not talking. Listen, we're not hating on women. We get this a lot, but we're openly talking about how men are the problem as well as women.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a certain percentage of people. Of course, there's beautiful women out there that don't give certain men the time of the day because they know what that lifestyle about. And hats off to you because there are women that work themselves to go to these environments.
Yeah, of course.
Fair play to you. I actually said to my dad recently, I was like, I'd rather have a working woman because even if I ever was, and I will be successful enough to, for example, take the financial burden to look after her and the family, and she doesn't need to work anymore, the fact that she comes from a working background, she knows the value of that. So when I give her this card and go, babe, like, here you go, there's no limit on it, she still will think twice before she goes and buys and go, do we actually need that? Do we actually need that where someone who doesn't know the value of it is going to go and go, fuck it, like, I love this, I love that, I love that.
100%,
So
true.
you want her to know that value. So coming from a working background, these birds that work, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think it's sexy, mate, when a girl's like proper all in for a career, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. I think it's fucking attractive.
She's an OF girl.
But no.
You said whatever that is.
No.
It's getting late.
You wouldn't date an OF girl. You wouldn't think.
Not in a million years.
What she used to
I'm
do.
saying that, but a career.
What she used to do it.
No way. Shoulder soul, man.
Well, I'm just like opened the account and thought, oh, fuck it, delete it.
Well, she's like, I'll look after you, babes. I've got all the money in the world.
Oh, go on then.
Would anyone here?
No, I don't think on a serious one.
Well, you know what happened to me, didn't you? So you know I won't.
Right, yeah.
I just don't know if you could
What,
bear...
shower thing?
Shut
Fuck's sake. You've said it out loud now anyway. So
Yeah, but
not
not in context.
No,
And it's not even on the internet yet.
Yeah, fucking hell,
My
mate.
fair play.
Ash, bleep that.
I don't know if it's, just like, the thought of other men being able to see your missus getting ran through or even running us, like,
It's not good, mate. Look, I've got nothing
fuck
against people
that for a
do
laugh,
it.
mate.
We've got nothing against these girls either. They're lovely
We've had
girls.
loads of OF girls.
Yeah, our pals do OF, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with getting, and they're all cushy. Just, again, personal preference, like we always say. We just couldn't date a girl that does it.
Oh, you are insecure because
And do you know what? Girls will turn around and say they couldn't date a guy that does what we do. Good.
Yeah,
we
fair
get it.
play.
Like,
Good. We understand.
we get it. We're not idiots. Like, we understand the game we're in, the industry we're in, like the environments that we go into. And we've said it before, we'll say it again, that we know that we will push certain girls away just by looking at us going, I am not getting involved
At
with
first
one of them.
glance, yeah.
100%. And we get it. So our opinion is back the other way towards women. There's certain things that we would accept as for the morals that we have, and there's things that we wouldn't.
But
It's
I don't
as
think,
simple as
like, regardless of the fact, I don't think there's anything that we're doing at the moment of how we're living our lives that's going to have a future detriment to being able to find a partner.
I'd agree.
I just think at this particular time period,
Yes.
like, because
Yeah.
we're so invested into this brand and sole purpose is to fucking grow this, that this is the priority rather than a relationship.
Yep.
That's just a now thing. That can evolve like that if we want it to. So my
we
point
are,
is,
yeah.
we might be doing something that's sabotaging right now, but we are very aware of that, and it's not long lasting. It's a part-time thing where what some of these other people are doing is it's a
Forever,
longer,
innit?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a longer term, a longer period that's going to have an effect on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think like dating us is like, or what I think dating me is like, it's like a very, very risky fucking bet. Like the odds are very high. If it comes through, it'd be fucking insane, but there's a chance that it could go very tits up for you dating me.
It's a good way
But
to
the
put
risk is very high. If it goes well, it could.
Yeah, I love high risk.
Yeah,
bets.
that's why I like it.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's
If you want an exciting life, come date me.
Come here. You might be on edge, but I'll show you a good
You might be
time.
on edge all the time.
Yeah.
It could be the worst year of your life, but it could be the best 40 years of your life.
Yeah, fair play, well said.
Is he out there cheating? No, we're just in a kebab shop wrestling at fucking 5
Oh
a.m. in
my,
the morning.
completely forgot about that.
At least with us, you know what the fuck we're doing tonight because we've
That's it,
recorded
yeah.
everything, mate. Like, we, if anything, we're more exposed than anyone.
Any other man that you meet.
These geezers that work for corporates and stuff, they're the ones who fucking go
They're
do
the
the
dogs,
madnesses,
mate, yeah.
mate.
They're
They're
dogs.
tied up in a stressful in a stressful environment all fucking day. What do you think they do when they leave that gaff,
We
mate?
pop
They go,
up in every convo
"Babe."
as well.
Yeah.
Like, someone messaged me, she was like, oh, you popped up in my mate's afters convo. Like, we can't even get away with anything when we're not even in the country, mate.
We can't get away with it.
No.
Fair play.
Yeah, fair play to
5 months in. It's been a very fucking crazy 5 months. Here's to the next. How many months left?
7.
7.
What advice would you give to those brothers out there that might be actually watching this and saying, oh, do you know what, like, I'm a little bit like what these guys are saying, and I don't want to be like that.
Just pack it in, man.
Get a pack in.
Just just pack it in. You're better than that, girl. You are far better than that. So there's other ways you can go and see the world. Yeah, there's other ways that you can get a man. You don't need to just rely on these fucking simps that will fly you out here, there, and everywhere, and put yourself in situations that are reckless and dangerous. Like, you're worth more than that, 100%. Like, inshallah, one day we might have daughters. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got mums, we've got cousins, we've got grandmothers. Like, they're the morals and ethics that we run by in terms of how we'd like someone to treat those individuals, yeah? And those women tell us how we should treat women as well, and we take their advice. So, like, we love women, and all the women in our lives, our mates that hang around with us, know exactly what we're like and how much we look after them. So, like, to all you girls out there that are potentially putting yourselves in these situations, we understand everyone's got to make a bit of coin. Like, we understand that. We respect the hustle, but when it comes to doing that sort of shit, like, seriously think about yourself in 10 years' time. If your daughter was to turn around and tell you that's what she's doing, what would you say to her?
Yeah, facts.
And everyone thinks that we hate women or we've got something against women. We have such good relationships with women that they...
Especially our mothers.
Yeah, obviously including that as well, that goes without saying. But I mean, like the whole Alexis Reed thing, the whole Maddie thing, when all these girls, they feel comfortable enough to come into our villa and live in our villa amongst us. With and you can go DM them, ask them if you want, whatever you want. They would tell you the same thing.
They'll just say we're out there, big brothers.
We do exactly what a man should do. Like, we protect them. I'm not saying like we provide for them, but we'll go out, we'll look after them.
Yeah.
Like, if something, God forbid, was to go off on a night out, we'll protect them. Like, we do exactly what we need to do. We do what it says on the tin. But like he just said, you can go, listen, don't go and message these girls. Because I don't think they want their DM flooded with you lot asking them what's the Graft Kings like. But at the same time, like, I think somewhere down the line, something would have popped up if, like, we were such
they'd all vouch
men.
for us, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But on the same breath, if you see us on a night out and try and debate us on certain things, we're going to debate you.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, don't try and come to us and debate us because we'll absolutely ruin you.
And then try and be like, oh, we don't like women. Like, you've come to me with a debate, and now you're getting annoyed that I'm debating.
If you are going to come to us with a debate, just bring proof.
Oh my God.
Bring receipts.
Like, if you're going to say something, back it up. Because you know what? We talk a lot, but we fucking back everything we say up.
So bring it. If you're going to, bring backup, bring evidence. What I mean is, so if you're going to say, you're this and you're that, we will honestly sit there and listen to you. We really will.
Give you the time
okay,
of the
cool.
day.
Yeah, well, sit down and let's have a conversation. We're not there to argue with you. We'll sit down and have a chat. Show me where you've got that from.
Don't raise your voice.
Don't you
Because we don't raise our voice. All of a sudden they get a bit louder. If they're talking, I'm like, hold up a minute, chill the fuck out. We're having a conversation.
That's it.
You know, remember when we was at the Prince and you was talking to that little wrong one, the little tall one?
Little tall one.
Tall one. Uzun boylu böyle esmer. He was lipsing it out, bro. The one that was right at the beginning. She tried to have a debate with me, wouldn't even listen. I was like, I literally went, are you listening? Just waiting your turn to speak. And her response was, you're a bit angry, aren't you? I was like, am I angry or am I having a conversation with you? I was like, truth sounds like hate because you just hate the truth, sweetheart. And she was like, I'm not. I was like, fuck off, mate.
Go away.
Do you remember the time we had an argument once and she just, it was in Whit Sundays.
Yeah, I remember.
And she just didn't make sense.
No, and I just looked at you in the end. I was like,
fuck this.
This conversation.
Brains overcooked.
I feel like I've lost brain cells. And I just did.
Just don't come up to us night out and say we hate women if you actually haven't got receipts to back it up. Because
Facts.
we'll ask you, what have we said that we hate women? Oh, I can't actually remember anything off my head.
Facts.
My mate said they saw a video of you saying you hate women. Like, your mate's wrong.
Do you know what's crazy as well? I remember once some girl replied to a reel that we posted, and she said, not all women are like that.
She didn't watch the whole thing.
I was just like, sorry, have you watched the whole reel? She was like, no, the first 10. So I was like, so you watched 3 seconds of a 40-second reel, and you thought to DM me, and you didn't want to. I said, look at the rest of the clip, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And she went, oh, so sorry, I didn't see the rest.
Oh my God.
I'm just assuming she's got a voice
That
like
is
this.
this generation all over, mate. This generation's fucking cooked.
Absolutely
Proper
cooked.
Right, boys, it is
Yeah, we need to go to bed.
1:40 a.m.
Yeah, and we got to leave. at
Bir
4
kırk
a.m.
abi.
Well, it's
Teşekkür ederiz
been
arkadaşlar.
fucking wonderful. Big shout out to Morocco and Turkey for hosting us. We love all of you. It's been a fucking vibe. The next time you see us, gang, we will be in Marbella.
Oh my God, the next pod will be in Marbella.
Mental
we're
gents,
going to have a
mental.
week off, unfortunately. It's
Yes,
just,
sorry, gang.
The logistics just don't work.
logistically, we can't get another pod out.
Fair play to us.
We even struggled to get this one out, but we got it
Yeah,
done.
we had to get it done.
But yeah, we're going to have 1 week off from the pod, guys. Sorry, it's not good. I might try and drop a video on my own channel to just keep you boys entertained. I don't know what it's going to be yet, because...
Australia vlog, gonna update that?
Soon.
No, I'm going to give him more than that.
Subscribe to the channel, we'll let you know on that.
Yes, subscribe to GKTV.
Yeah, come on guys, hop.
Subscribe to the channel abi.
Yorum yerine yorum bırakın
Keep an
lütfen.
eye on the socials because we're going to drop something.
Absolutely. Gang, see you in Marbella. Big
Hop
love.
abi.
See you
Like,
soon.
subscribe.
Yorum yerinde yorum bırakın lütfen.
And hop abi yarın mı düşe.
Go on the right side.